Alright, so Dragon Ball Daima Episode 1. I just want to say this first. The way this was animated and the art style is so crisp and very well animated. I can tell immediately that the future fight scenes for this series is gonna look phenomenal. Especially in this episode when they show Goku and Vegeta fighting. The way it was animated was beautifully. Like the way they were moving, the color palette, the way they were doing their attacks, very smooth and clean and very crisp. The animation was beautiful to look at. It's actually better animated than Dragon Ball Super, but you can expect that because apparently in development, the animators had a year to develop this series, so yeah, it's to be expected. But yeah, very well animated, this series. Now, about the story. They're definitely going to expand the lore of Dragon Ball with this series because now we get to finally see the Demon Realm. Now, in this episode, we actually get to see a lot of the Demon Realm in this, but actually, before I continue, is that, if you guys don't know, is that Dragon Ball Daima is happening after the Majin Buu saga, but definitely before Super starts, so it's in between there. Because at the start of this episode, they show us that the bad guys are basically watching the Majin Buu saga. So they're basically watching everything about Majin Buu and how it was defeated by the Z Fighters. And they also saw that Dabura had actually died. The Demon King has actually died. So now his successor is going to take over. So what happens is that this new successor, right, he's so threatened by Goku and Vegeta and how powerful they are and because they defeated Majin Buu. So he wants to use the Dragon Balls to make them kids because he's threatened by him because he's thinking that one day they might invade the demon world and they might take over. So yeah, so he wants to use the Dragon Balls to wish them to become kids. So here's the thing, right? The demon realm has to actually have its own Dragon Balls. They got their own Dragon Balls. But the problem is they're guarded by these guardians, so they can't get to them easy. So their plan is to go to Earth and use Earth's Dragon Balls to make a wish to make the Z Fighters kids. Now, I should have mentioned this before, but what's revealed is that this new successor, he has a right-hand man, and this right-hand man is Makayashin. And basically it's revealed is that it's the Supreme Kai's brother, but also what's revealed is that they also have a sister in the demon realm, and she's like a scientist. But they're obviously going to save her for a future episode. So anyway, there's that. So if you guys actually don't know what a Makayashin is, basically think about it like this. They're basically Kais from the demon realm. I'm not going to get into it in this video because I can guarantee you they're going to reveal all this in future episodes. So I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it for people. Right? But just think about it that way. They're Kais from the demon realm. That's what Makayashin is. But I'll leave it at that. So anyway, after that, what happens is that the new successor and his Makayashin, right? They insist of a help of a Namekian. Now there is a Namekian actually in the demon realm, and what's revealed is that the Namekians are actually originally from the demon realm. Now this was actually a fan theory that was actually going around, and I was actually surprised to hear that this theory was actually true. But then again, it all does make sense because if you think about it, like, how do you explain the Demon King Piccolo? So, yeah, so now we got an explanation for that. So anyway, what happens is they go to Earth and they basically use the Earth's Dragon Ball. Now, what surprised me is that this Namekian, he actually had the power from Kami's Lookout, right? He basically uses his powers to bring all the Dragon Balls together, but the Dragon Balls were already used. So you know when the Dragon Balls, when they used, they turned to stone for 1 year, right? So he actually used his powers to bring all the Dragon Balls together when they were still rocks. And what happens is he uses his power to reactivate the Dragon Balls, which I was actually very surprised that somebody could actually do that. And what was actually funny about this scene is that after this Namekian did this, then they start whining, no, don't use the Dragon Balls. No, don't use them. Don't use the Dragon Balls. Oh, I'll never give you the password. I'll never give you the password. But of course, because they were watching them fighting Majin Buu, they obviously, they kept notes. And obviously, they did actually end up summoning the dragon and they did get their wish. So, yeah, that's the thing. It was pretty funny, though, to hear them they're whining, but they knew everything anyway. So, anyway, yeah, so basically, they made all the Z Fighters kids. And basically, that's where the episode ends. It was a very well-made episode, actually. Like, it literally felt like a movie almost. Like, especially the way the episode started. So, yeah, very well animated episode. It looks very crisp. And this episode was more focused on the lore of Dragon Ball. It definitely expanded upon it because obviously we get to see the demon realm now. And honestly, you could probably tell by my voice is that, I loved it. I really did love this episode. So yeah, it definitely like expands the lore and stuff like that. So to be honest with you, I cannot wait to see future episodes of this. I can't wait to see the badass fights if the animation is so crisp and clean like this. I can't wait. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, definitely watch this because it's part of the main series. So definitely watch this. Now, like probably with most fans, like even myself, I'm not a big fan of them becoming kids again. Well, I'm not a big fan of that, but so far it seems to be working. So yeah, anyway, I love this episode. I can't wait to see more. Like and subscribe if you like this content. And yeah, thank you for watching.